Hi, Chanel. Hi, everyone. This is Maisha, better known as my screen name, Afro Thick. Hi, everyone. I actually was just doing this video, not to do a video for this contest, but I actually wanted to do this video when I first started the Secrets of a Dreamer series with Chanel. I've been a follower of Chanel's for a long time, and Chanel came into my life at the time, at the brink of destruction, put it that way. I had just lost my fiance. I had been just wandering aimlessly. I moved away from South Florida and came up to Central Florida and really didn't know what I wanted to do with my life at that point. I had left my job. I was heavily into the poetry scene, which is when I met Unique Divine, who then introduced me to this very extraordinary woman. So this is how I came about coming into being a student of Chanel Cooper Sykes. The other thing is that I've noticed the evolution of my vision boards to the action board that I have today. I actually did my action board in January. I always do one at the beginning of the year after I have reviewed my vision board from the year before and my goals that I've written down. And let me just tell you how I was all over the place. Like, I had everything on there from rings to palm trees to the Bugatti to the Bentley, everything possibly that I wanted, that I desired on this vision board. But I had action steps and I had goals and really took no action towards them, and it really took me thinking, why didn't I take actions towards those goals? And it all comes down to the belief in yourself first, and making sure that you put in the work, that you are not procrastinating, that you're not lazy, and that you are really, really putting in the work on. That's why it's called an action board and not just a vision board. Vision board, you can sit there, it looks pretty on your wall, you can tell people, oh, that looks really nice. You know, it's a vision board that I have and people admire it, but they're really don't understand it. I've even been to vision board parties where people just put together boards and they just make them look all nice, and I've tried to coach them on how a vision board really is supposed to look, like this past January. And it's come down to where it just is a nice, pretty board for them. For me, I took it seriously. First of all, at the end of December, I reevaluated my life and was thinking, where do I want to go? I need to narrow it down to one, and I need to focus on that, have that laser beam focus, and follow on course until successful. I listened to Chanel's Inspire Me series, and it really set me on fire. It really just got me motivated again to pursue the goal that I had before I first moved up here to Central Florida, which was to become a NPC IFBB competitor, which is the National Physique Committee. It's into bodybuilding, but the bikini division, which is a softer division, is what they use for fitness models. I did not know the steps to get there. I just knew I wanted to do it. At that point, back in the day, in 2009, I was working out. I mean, I was in the best shape of my life. I did this by myself, just by researching, just by reading and doing magazines and reading through magazines and just getting in shape and having that body. But I did not know what I needed to do to get there. And then when I moved up here, everything got behind, and I ended up gaining weight. I lost like 30 pounds in the beginning, and I ended up gaining most of that back. And I was like, okay, it first starts with me. If I want to become an NPC IFBB competitor and get my pro card and be a professional fitness model and have an athletic apparel brand that motivates others and inspires others to go out there and become as fit as possible, and also become a personal trainer, I need to start with me, and I needed to start with building my brand, and it started with me becoming a competitor. That was the best way to do it. So I had to figure out, how was I going to do that? I went, I meditated on how this is going to get done and manifesting this into my life, and right after that happened, this is back in December, I go online, and I'm just going through online and going to the NPC site to find out how do I start to compete. And I noticed there was this woman on there that I see all the time in magazines, and she looked very familiar. Comes to find out, it was somebody I worked with long time ago, and she's now like this huge fitness model that's winning competitions all over the world. So when I emailed her, she remembered me, and we've been, and we were connecting and catching up and everything, and I told her how I really wanted to become a competitor. How did she do it? She then introduced me to Team Bombshell, which is the elite team, the elite bikini athletic team, you might as well say in the world. Like, they have the top competitors and pros, and they have about 35 IFBB pros under their belt and are constantly winning competitions. So I said I am going to get into Team Bombshell, and I did. I'm going to have the best IFBB pro out there as my mentor, and she is. And I also have her as my coach. I have actually 3 coaches. I have a online coach, which is also an IFBB pro with Team Bombshell. I have her as my VIP coach, which is I travel to Daytona. She comes up from Fort Lauderdale, and we actually work out 2 days for that week, and it's usually like 8-hour days. I'm running a bridge, and I'm learning all these things on how to pose and being in competition, which is awesome. And I also have the owner of Bombshell, like, at my fingertips. So I'm going to just go into my vision board, but just wanted to share those things and how far have I become. I would have never known how to find a mentor and how to connect with someone and how to network with people if it had been for Chanel and her teachings. And I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you, Chanel, for that. All right, so as far as let's go with the evolution first. Let's start with my first vision board. So this is my first vision board, and this vision board is actually when I first started, and as you can see, it's all over the place. Okay, you see the NPC competing thing over here in the corner. You see a Passport, there's the Bugatti, there's Maserati, and the Bentley, and you can also see where I have like the oxygen cover and things that I need to do to become in shape, and becoming an entrepreneur and having a shopping boutique with my earrings and things over here in this corner. And I also talked about, being married and being the most desired. And you can see a check for $10 million over in the corner. I don't know if you can see that. Let me put it up close. Yeah, you can see that, right? So this is my first vision board. Now, let's go to the one from last year, okay? This is my vision board from last year. Okay, there's me in the middle, and then there's like some descriptions of me around me. There's also the check down in the corner. This time it's $1 million. There's pieces of a house. You can see the rings down in the corner. You can also see the Bentley still there. You can see a hotel in Dubai that I wanted to visit. Still the stuff, all the stuff. Put it that way, be becoming a millionaire. And still no real action steps. As you can see, it's all scattered all over the place. Okay, now let's talk about my vision board today. So this is my vision board today. I started this in January, and Chanel, it was right on time with that Girl on Fire, right? As you can see me over in the corner. Girl on Fire, that was my theme for the year. That is still my theme for the year, and I definitely am on fire. And as you can see in the middle, I'm picturing myself on the front of Fitness RX. I picture myself becoming a certified personal trainer by January 1, which I will be studying for that for my birthday. That's my birthday present to myself in June. I also put on there the things that needs to happen in order for me to get on the cover of Fitness RX. First of all, I need to become an NPC competitor. I also have down in the corner, I need to train like a pro, and I have my mentors down in the corner, as you can see. So there's one of my coaches in the middle, and then on the left, that's another mentor. That's the one that turns out that it was somebody I used to work with back in the day that we were really good friends and lost touch.